Ho, ho, ho! Welcome back to Indira's World. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve and I'm going to be cooking up a storm. Let's just hope there isn't one outside, huh? Well, I've been having a few interviews on radio lately and they've been asking me, what are we going to do? We're only 2 of us or 4 of us and we can't really celebrate the usual big Christmas. And we don't want to have a whole big huge turkey and all the rest of it, so what do we do? So I decided to do turkey for 2, just me and for you. Without further ado, I love you. I've got my pan heating here with a tablespoon of olive oil in there. That's quite hot. So to that I'm adding half a chopped onion and a tablespoon of mustard. I'm going to take the rawness out of that. Now I'm all set to put in my turkey steaks. Now what I've done is just hammered these down so they're quite thin, and that goes in, and that's steak for 2. Well, what I've decided to do is, of course, turkey steaks, because this is substantial, and at the same time you're not having the whole crown over there and having a lot of wastage. Nobody wants to waste it this time. Now I'm just flipping them over, slightly brown. At the same time my onions and mustard are sitting here. We're ready to start putting stuff together. Turkey steaks are now in my pan, which is going into the oven later. But before that, I pop on my onion and mustard. You can use the same frying pan if you want, it's up to you. So I've done that bit now. And off that goes. Now over here, I have made my stuffing. I've used chestnuts, breadcrumbs and sage and dried onions. Now you can buy stuffing ready-made, it's up to you again. I made it because I had a little spare time on my hands and I do like to make my own stuffing. That's going on there. So this is going to give you your entire Christmas dinner in one. Flatten that out a bit and that's your 2 bits of stuffing. Now you could do chipolatas or, as I have done, made a patty of sausage meat. Now if you don't want to use that, you don't really have to, but it is moist and it'll keep the whole thing quite moist. And otherwise you just pop a couple of chipolatas to make it the Christmas special on the side or even on the top. That's going on there. On that goes the bacon. I've preheated my oven to 175 degrees. Now on this I'm going to drizzle a little olive oil to prevent it from sticking, and into the oven it goes. It's as simple as that. We're going to keep it there for 15 minutes so the meat cooks through, and pull it out and it should be done and your steak should be quite soft. So I'm going to put that in now, and in the meanwhile I'm going to be doing a turkey gravy to serve with this, and of course top it with cranberry sauce. Now you don't have to make your own cranberry sauce, you can buy that too, and you can buy the gravy too. So don't go out there making a whole load of stuff you don't need. But when you're feeding the 500 like I am, you tend to do everything from scratch. So I'm going to take it over to the oven now. Well now, my turkey steaks are cooking away in there, and ooh, a little incident, a Christmas incident that happened. I bought myself a gingerbread house for the family, and they ate into it. So from a detached gingerbread house, it became a semi-detached, and then it actually became ruins. But I decided to get a new one. Now, I did not have my glasses on, and I ordered in one, and it turned out to be a baking tin shaped like a gingerbread house. Hence, everything I cook at the moment is shaped like a gingerbread house. So, look forward to that in the new year. So, here, I'm going to make gravy now, very generic. I'm using stock cube rather than making it at home. But I actually do like to make gravies at home. That's boiling water. Incredible, aren't I? No one would have guessed that one. And to that, I'm adding a stock cube. I've used chicken stock cube, but you can get turkey, you can get whatever, but do not try and mix meats. It does get a bit funny in color. Now, I've made a little extra gravy because there's usually a war for the gravy at dinner time. Let's pass the gravy. The next person, oh, is there any left then? Have to get through all that, so Christmas time, I just make a bucket. Well, you know, this is the last show this year, and I will be doing a little collage of everything I've done on IndiraasWorld. But don't forget, I will be back in the new year. Don't forget to subscribe and also give me a thumbs up if you like it. And I hope you're going to like the collage. I mean, I'm thinking about working on it. I'm sure it'll be ready by New Year. Yeah, I'm going to miss you guys. Well, I think you're going to miss me too. But in the following year, I'm hoping to come up with different kinds of recipes depending on what life throws at us. And hopefully it's going to be a better year. And I wish you all really a Merry, Merry Christmas. Just be happy, stay safe, don't take risks. Now, as you can see, this is boiling. So, as usual, everyone uses corn flour in cold water. Don't try mixing corn flour in hot water. You will get lumpy gravy. So, I'm just putting a little corn flour and water in there, 1.5 teaspoons. And when you bring that to boil, you will get yourself a nice gravy, I hope. Now, you can make that gravy a little more exciting by boozing it up if you want. Otherwise, you know, gravy is gravy. And don't forget, make enough. Otherwise, you'll have wars at the table like I do. Now, there you go. That's your gravy all done. See? And that'll go on top of my wonderful turkey steaks. Okay, so that's all put aside now, and I think that's just about done, so I'm going to have a look at that. Take this with me in case I burn myself. Right, so that's looking really good now, and I'm going to plate that up. In case you hadn't noticed, I hadn't put any additional salt. There is a reason, because the bacon is quite salty. The stuffing has salt, and of course when you top it with gravy, it's going to have even more salt. So you don't actually need to salt the turkey steak. So let's plate this up and see what happens.